Anda merasakan goncangan yang luar biasa, seolah-olah seluruh dunia berteriak. Langit yang tadinya cerah tiba-tiba dipenuhi kilatan api yang menyilaukan, diikuti oleh gelombang panas yang membakar dan hempasan udara yang dahsyat, melemparkan Anda ke segala arah. Lalu, debu dan asap tebal menyelimuti segalanya, menjatuhkan kegelapan abadi yang menyakitkan. Ini adalah saat kiamat, sebuah asteroid raksasa menghantam bumi, memicu musim dingin global yang akan mengubah wajah planet ini selamanya. Dulu, Anda adalah seekor kadal kecil, nenek moyang purba yang telah memulai perjalanan evolusi tanpa tungkai. Tubuh Anda sudah memanjang, tungkai-tungkai telah menyusut, dan Anda telah belajar untuk menyusup ke celah-celah tanah, di antara akar-akar pohon, atau ke dalam liang-liang gelap untuk mencari makan dan berlindung dari predator. Anda telah terbiasa dengan dunia yang tersembunyi, di mana keheningan dan kepekaan terhadap getaran adalah kunci. Namun, sekarang, keterampilan ini akan diuji oleh bencana yang belum pernah terjadi sebelumnya. Setelah kilatan awal yang membakar, dunia jatuh ke dalam kebekuan yang mengerikan. Matahari menghilang di balik awan debu dan jelaga, menghentikan fotosintesis. Tumbuhan mati, rantai makanan runtuh. Herbivora besar kelaparan, lalu predator yang memangsa mereka. Udara menjadi dingin yang membekukan, jauh di bawah ambang batas toleransi sebagian besar kehidupan. Anda merasakan rasa lapar yang menusuk, dingin yang menggigit, dan ketakutan akan kematian yang melayang di setiap sudut. Di tengah kekacauan yang menghancurkan ini, adaptasi yang dulunya merupakan keuntungan kecil kini menjadi perbedaan antara hidup dan mati. Tubuh Anda yang ramping dan memanjang, yang mampu meluncur dan menggali dengan efisien, memungkinkan Anda untuk melarikan diri dari panas yang membakar di permukaan dan kemudian menyelam jauh ke dalam tanah untuk mencari perlindungan dari dingin yang ekstrim. Anda menyusup ke liang-liang yang paling dalam, ke celah-celah sempit di bawah bebatuan, tempat suhu relatif stabil dan beberapa sisa makanan masih bisa ditemukan, akar yang membusuk, serangga yang bersembunyi dalam hibernasi, larva yang masih hidup. Generasi-generasi sebelum bencana ini telah membentuk Anda menjadi penyintas bawah tanah yang ulung. Tulang belakang Anda yang luwes, yang terdiri dari ratusan ruas, adalah alat bor yang sempurna. Indera penciuman kimiawi Anda melalui lidah bercabang, dan kemampuan Anda untuk merasakan getaran melalui tulang rahang, menjadi satu-satunya mata dan telinga Anda di kegelapan yang pekat. Banyak spesies, terutama para raksasa yang mendominasi, tidak memiliki tempat untuk bersembunyi atau sumber makanan yang cukup untuk ukuran tubuh mereka. Mereka punah dalam jumlah yang mengejutkan, meninggalkan panggung yang tadinya mereka kuasai. Ada garis keturunan yang gagal beradaptasi sepenuhnya dengan gaya hidup bawah tanah sebelum bencana ini. Mereka yang masih mempertahankan sisa-sisa tungkai atau tidak cukup efisien dalam menggali, tidak dapat menemukan perlindungan yang memadai. Mereka menjadi korban pertama dari musim dingin global ini, dan jejak mereka lenyap dalam catatan fosil. Namun, Anda melihat bagaimana mutasi genetik yang berhasil, yang mengunci adaptasi tanpa tungkai dan gaya hidup tersembunyi, kini menjadi kunci keberlangsungan hidup. Akhirnya, jutaan tahun kemudian, setelah debu mengendap dan dunia mulai pulih, Anda melihat ular modern. Mereka adalah pewaris yang tak terduga dari bencana ini. Kepunahan massal membuka ceruk ekologi yang luas, dan dengan adaptasi mereka yang telah diasah untuk bertahan hidup di dunia tersembunyi, gerakan meliuk yang efisien, rahang fleksibel untuk menelan mangsa yang besar, dan pada banyak kasus, racun, mereka mampu muncul dan mengisi kekosongan. Ular adalah bukti hidup bahwa terkadang, yang paling kecil dan paling tersembunyilah yang mampu bertahan dari kehancuran global, dan dari abu bencana, bangkit untuk mendominasi era baru. Anda merasakan udara yang lebih tipis, sisa-sisa debu yang mengendap, dan keheningan yang aneh di mana suara-suara raksasa dulu menggelegar. Dunia telah dicuci bersih oleh bencana kosmik, dan di tengah kehampaan itu, sebuah panggung baru terbentang. Dinosaurus yang mendominasi selama jutaan tahun kini hanyalah bayangan, dan di dalam kekosongan yang mereka tinggalkan, sebuah era peluang yang tak terduga muncul. Dulu, Anda adalah seekor kadal kecil, nenek moyang purba yang telah jauh dalam perjalanan evolusi tanpa tungkai. Tubuh Anda sudah memanjang, tungkai-tungkai telah lama lenyap, dan tulang belakang Anda telah berevolusi menjadi ratusan ruas yang sangat fleksibel. Anda telah diasah untuk bertahan hidup di dunia tersembunyi, di bawah tanah, di antara akar-akar pohon, atau di celah-celah bebatuan, tempat yang aman dari cengkeraman para raksasa. Keterampilan ini, yang dulunya merupakan strategi bertahan hidup, kini menjadi kunci untuk menguasai dunia yang baru. Lanskap telah berubah secara drastis. Tumbuhan raksasa digantikan oleh vegetasi baru yang lebih cepat tumbuh. Mamalia kecil yang dulunya bersembunyi di bawah bayangan dinosaurus, kini berkembang biak dengan cepat, memenuhi setiap sudut dengan potensi mangsa yang melimpah. Ruang-ruang ekologis yang dulunya dikuasai oleh predator besar kini kosong melompong. Anda merasakan dunia yang siap untuk ditaklukkan, namun hanya oleh mereka yang memiliki adaptasi yang tepat. Anda meluncur keluar dari tempat persembunyian bawah tanah Anda, melihat lanskap yang sunyi, namun penuh potensi. Tungkai yang telah lama hilang kini adalah aset tak ternilai. Anda bisa bergerak dengan efisiensi mematikan di antara vegetasi yang tumbuh kembali, menyusup ke sarang-sarang yang ditinggalkan, atau menggali dengan mudah di tanah yang sekarang tidak lagi diinjak oleh kaki-kaki raksasa. Gerakan meliuk Anda yang serbaguna memungkinkan Anda menjelajahi habitat-habitat baru ini, dari pepohonan yang tumbuh cepat, ke dasar danau yang baru terbentuk, hingga celah-celah bebatuan yang baru muncul akibat erosi bencana. Generasi demi generasi, Anda melihat bagaimana adaptasi yang telah diasah selama jutaan tahun kini bersinar. Indera penciuman kimiawi Anda melalui lidah bercabang, yang dulu membantu melacak serangga di kegelapan, kini sangat efektif untuk mencari mangsa mamalia atau burung yang bersembunyi. Kemampuan Anda merasakan getaran melalui tulang rahang memungkinkan Anda mendeteksi mangsa dari jarak jauh, bahkan di lingkungan yang bising dengan kehidupan baru yang bersemi. Ada garis keturunan yang gagal dalam memanfaatkan peluang ini. Beberapa mungkin terlalu lambat dalam beradaptasi dengan jenis mangsa baru, atau tidak memiliki efisiensi gerakan yang cukup untuk bersaing di dunia yang berubah dengan cepat. Mereka punah, menjadi pengingat bahwa bahkan di tengah peluang, seleksi alam tetap kejam. Namun, Anda menyaksikan mutasi genetik yang berhasil, yang mengoptimalkan fleksibilitas rahang Anda untuk menelan mangsa yang jauh lebih besar dari kepala Anda, sebuah keuntungan besar di era kelimpahan mangsa. Pada banyak garis keturunan, Anda juga melihat munculnya racun, sebuah senjata revolusioner yang memungkinkan Anda menaklukkan mangsa dengan cepat, mengubah Anda menjadi predator puncak di ceruk Anda. Akhirnya, jutaan tahun kemudian, Anda melihat ular modern. Mereka adalah pewaris yang tak terduga dari bencana global, bukti nyata bahwa kiamat bagi satu spesies adalah kesempatan emas bagi spesies lain. Kepunahan massal membuka jalan bagi mereka, dan dengan adaptasi yang telah diasah di dunia yang tersembunyi, gerakan meliuk yang efisien, rahang fleksibel, indera yang luar biasa, dan racun, mereka mampu muncul dari bayangan dan mengisi kekosongan, mendominasi setiap ceruk ekologi yang mereka temukan. Ular adalah simbol adaptasi, sebuah kisah tentang bagaimana yang tersembunyi dapat bangkit dari abu bencana untuk menguasai dunia baru. Ting de User wants me to write a chapter about the diversification of snakes after the extinction event. I need to follow all the instructions. Character count, 2,800 to 3,500 characters, 380 sampai 450 word. Language, engaging, natural, second person, you, Indonesian. Chapter 12 Part 1, From Ashes to Empire, Diversification Across Continents. General Story Theme, The Vanishing Limbs, The Evolutionary Journey of Snakes from Lake Ancestors. Key elements to include, ancestral form, small, limb lizard, briefly touch upon the starting point of the snake lineage. Environmental pressures favoring limblessness, burrowing, dense spaces, refer to how these adaptations were forget. Gradual adaptations, limb reduction, loss, body elongation, vertebral changes, highlight these as the foundation for diversification. File branches, successful mutations, mention this as a contrast to the successful diversification. Pivotal evolutionary moments, habitat, pervasive, relate to how these led to new forms. Conclude with modern snakes, limbless locomotion, flexible jaws, venom, and their roles today. Avoid anthropomorphism, maintain biological accuracy, accessible tone. No technical messages or character counts. Not the first chapter. So no, like and subscribe, or where and when. Start with something direct, sensory. Show evolution happening. What creatures do, how they adapt, what pressure stay fast, how they change. Use vivid sentences. Read, style variation. End with a simple, natural reflection. Let's plan the narrative flow. 1. Sensory hook. Start with the feeling of Old Reborn, full of possibility, after the cataclysm. Emphasize the vast, empty spaces. 2. Recap ancestral state, foundation. Briefly remind the listener of the serpentine ancestor state post-extinction, already limbless, elongated, subterranean, hidden specialis. This sets the stage for why they could diversify. 3. The opportunity. Describe the empty niches left by the dinosaurs. This is the age of reptilian opportunity, but now focusing on diversification. 4. Diversification begins. Narrate how the established limbless body plan, with its flexible spin and enhanced sense, was perfectly pre-adapted to exploit new, varied environments across continents. Habitat radiation. Show snakes moving into trees. Arboreal, returning to water. Aquatic, but different from ancestral marine, conquering deserts. Fossorial, sand-dwelling, open grasslands. Prey specialization. How different forms arose to catch different prey. Mammals, bird, other reptiles. 5. Key adaptations evolve, refine, locomotion, refinements in limbless movement for specific terrains, sidewinding for sand, arboreal grasping, undulating for swimming. Jaws. Extreme flexibility of jaws allows swallowing diverse, large prey. This is crucial for exploiting new food sources. Venom. Development, refinement of venom in various lineages for subduing specific prey quickly and efficiently, especially as prey became faster and smarter. 6. File branches. Briefly, mention that not all attempt led to empire. Some forms might have been too specialized for a transient niche. 7. Modern snake empire. Conclude with the vast diversity of modern snakes, highlighting their global spread and ecological dominance, all stemming from that initial limbless transformation. 8. Reflection. End with a talk on the shared adaptability and success of this body plan. Character count check during drafting is essential. ALM for around 350-400 word, which is usually within the character rank. Let's begin writing. Draft 1. Internal monologue. Okay. Sensory start. World fresh. Empty. Dinos gone. Good. Then, remind about the snake ancestors. Already limbless, elongated, good at hiding. This is their advantage. Now, how did they spread? Anda merasakan kehangatan gurun pasir yang bergeser di bawah perut Anda, kelembaban hutan hujan yang lebat di sekeliling, atau tekanan air laut yang dingin di kulit Anda. Ini bukan lagi satu habitat, ini adalah setiap habitat, dan di setiap tempat, tubuh Anda telah diukir ulang dengan detail yang luar biasa, membuktikan bahwa satu bentuk dasar dapat menghasilkan kemungkinan tanpa batas. Dulu, Anda adalah seekor kadal kecil, leluhur purba, yang berjuang dengan tungkai-tungkai di dunia yang semakin padat dan penuh persaingan. Tekanan untuk menyusup, bersembunyi, dan mencapai mangsa di tempat-tempat sempit mendorong hilangnya tungkai dan pemanjangan tubuh. Ketika kepunahan massal membuka ceruk ekologi baru, bentuk tubuh tanpa tungkai Anda adalah kunci untuk bertahan hidup. Sekarang, setelah bencana, tantangan baru muncul, bagaimana menguasai setiap sudut planet yang beragam ini. Anda menyaksikan bagaimana bentuk tubuh tanpa tungkai Anda, yang telah disempurnakan selama jutaan tahun, kini menjadi kanvas untuk adaptasi lebih lanjut yang tak terhitung jumlahnya. Di padang pasir, Anda melihat diri Anda beradaptasi dengan gerakan sidewinding yang ikonik, mengangkat sebagian besar tubuh dari pasir yang membakar, hanya menyentuh permukaan dengan beberapa titik, sebuah tarian gesit yang memungkinkan Anda meluncur di medan yang longgar. Di hutan hujan yang rimbun, Anda menjadi ahli arboreal, memanjat pohon dengan membelitkan tubuh kuat Anda di dahan-dahan, sisik perut Anda mencengkeram kulit kayu dengan presisi. Di rawa-rawa dan sungai, Anda melihat garis keturunan yang kembali ke air, tubuh mereka menjadi lebih ramping, mata mereka bergeser ke atas kepala untuk mengawasi mangsa di permukaan air, dan ekor mereka rata seperti dayung untuk mendorong diri maju. Di bawah tanah, Anda melihat ular-ular yang tetap menjadi penggali ulung, kepala mereka menjadi lebih kokoh, moncong mereka didesain untuk mendorong tanah. Ini adalah orkestra bentuk dan fungsi, di mana setiap lingkungan memahat ulang tubuh Anda untuk mencapai efisiensi tertinggi. Bersamaan dengan adaptasi gerakan ini, Anda menyaksikan evolusi alat berburu yang sangat spesifik. Rahang Anda, yang telah lama fleksibel, kini diadaptasi lebih jauh untuk diet tertentu. Beberapa memiliki gigi panjang untuk mencengkeram ikan yang licin, yang lain memiliki gigi tumpul untuk menghancurkan cangkang siput, atau gigi tajam untuk mencengkeram mamalia yang berbulu. Pada banyak garis keturunan, racun Anda berevolusi, menjadi lebih spesifik, disesuaikan untuk melumpuhkan mangsa tertentu dengan kecepatan mematikan, dari neurotoksin untuk melumpuhkan sistem saraf burung, hingga hemotoksin yang merusak jaringan mamalia. Ini adalah presisi evolusi yang luar biasa. Setiap detail tubuh dan fungsi disesuaikan dengan ceruknya. Tentu saja, banyak varian yang gagal. Bentuk tubuh yang terlalu terspesialisasi mungkin berhasil dalam satu lingkungan, tetapi tidak dapat bertahan saat lingkungan itu berubah. Mereka adalah pengingat bahwa bahkan dalam adaptasi, ada risiko. Namun, Anda melihat bagaimana mutasi genetik yang berhasil mengukir bentuk dan fungsi yang sempurna untuk setiap lingkungan, memungkinkan garis keturunan Anda untuk berkembang dan mendominasi. Akhirnya, jutaan tahun kemudian, Anda melihat ular modern, piton raksasa yang mencekik mangsa di hutan, ular derik yang menyelinap di gurun, kobra yang menari di padang rumput, dan ular laut yang berenang dengan anggun. Mereka adalah bukti hidup bahwa satu arsitektur tubuh yang unik, tanpa tungkai, dapat menjadi dasar bagi keragaman adaptasi yang luar biasa, menguasai setiap ekosistem di bumi. Kisah ular adalah simfoni tanpa akhir dari bentuk dan fungsi, sebuah demonstrasi kreativitas evolusi dalam beradaptasi dengan setiap tantangan yang dilemparkan bumi. Anda merasakan ketegangan pada rahang Anda, sebuah batasan kaku yang mencegah Anda menelan mangsa yang terlalu besar. Dulu, ini adalah tulang yang kokoh, dirancang untuk menggigit dan mengunyah. Namun, di dunia yang baru ini, di mana mangsa berlimpah tetapi sulit ditangkap, Anda merasakan kebutuhan mendesak untuk mengubah struktur kepala Anda, untuk menelan apa yang tampaknya mustahil. Dulu, Anda adalah seekor kadal kecil, nenek moyang purba, yang berburu serangga dan mangsa kecil lainnya dengan menggigit dan merobek. Rahang Anda kaku, menyatu dengan kuat, efisien untuk ukuran mangsa Anda. Namun, seiring dengan hilangnya tungkai dan pemanjangan tubuh Anda mulai menyusup ke habitat di mana mangsa lebih besar dan lebih substansial, mamalia kecil di liang-liang, burung di sarang, atau telur yang tersembunyi. Mangsa-mangsa ini terlalu besar untuk disobek atau digigit berkeping-keping. Anda merasakan tekanan yang luar biasa. Untuk memanfaatkan kelimpahan makanan ini, Anda harus menemukan cara untuk menelan utuh mangsa yang jauh lebih besar dari kepala Anda. Seleksi alam mulai memahat ulang tengkorak Anda secara radikal, sebuah proses yang dikenal sebagai kinesis kranial. Anda menyaksikan bagaimana individu-individu dengan sedikit lebih banyak fleksibilitas di rahang mereka, dengan tulang yang tidak sepenuhnya menyatu seperti pada leluhur mereka, memiliki keunggulan. Perlahan, Anda melihat tulang-tulang rahang bawah Anda mulai terpisah di bagian depan, tidak lagi menyatu, melainkan dihubungkan oleh ligamen yang elastis. Ini adalah langkah pertama menuju kemampuan untuk merenggangkan mulut Anda. Tulang-tulang lain di tengkorak juga mulai melonggar, memungkinkan gerakan independen yang dulunya tidak terpikirkan. Generasi demi generasi, Anda merasakan bagaimana tengkorak Anda bertransformasi menjadi sebuah mahakarya desain yang bisa diartikulasikan. Tulang-tulang rahang bawah Anda, yang kini dihubungkan oleh ligamen yang sangat elastis, dapat bergerak secara independen satu sama lain, seperti dua tangan yang saling bergantian menarik mangsa ke dalam. Tulang kuadrat, yang menghubungkan rahang atas dan bawah, memanjang dan memungkinkan rahang untuk berayun keluar, semakin melebarkan bukaan mulut. Gigi-gigi Anda juga berubah, menjadi melengkung ke belakang, berfungsi sebagai jangkar yang mengunci mangsa dan mencegahnya melarikan diri saat Anda menariknya ke dalam. Anda menjadi ahli dalam berjalan di atas mangsa Anda, satu sisi rahang bergerak maju, lalu sisi lainnya menarik mangsa masuk secara perlahan tapi pasti. Banyak garis keturunan yang gagal dalam evolusi ini. Mereka yang rahangnya terlalu kaku, atau yang ligamennya tidak cukup kuat untuk menahan tekanan saat menelan mangsa besar, tidak dapat memanfaatkan sumber makanan baru. Mereka adalah hantu yang kelaparan di tengah kelimpahan. Namun, Anda menyaksikan mutasi genetik yang berhasil, yang mengunci struktur rahang yang sangat fleksibel ini, serta otot-otot yang kuat dan terkoordinasi untuk gerakan menelan yang kompleks. Pergeseran ke diet yang lebih berfokus pada mangsa besar dan sulit ditangkap semakin mempercepat adaptasi ini, menjadikannya kunci utama keberhasilan sebagai predator. Akhirnya, jutaan tahun kemudian, Anda melihat ular modern. Mereka adalah master kinesis kranial, bukti hidup bahwa struktur yang paling mendasar sekalipun dapat diubah secara radikal untuk tujuan yang tak terduga. Rahang mereka yang bisa merenggang hingga ukuran yang mengejutkan, memungkinkan mereka untuk menelan mangsa yang jauh lebih besar dari kepala mereka, adalah salah satu adaptasi paling ikonik dan efektif. Ditambah dengan tubuh tanpa tungkai mereka yang efisien dan pada banyak spesies, racun yang melumpuhkan mangsa, ular adalah predator yang luar biasa. Kisah ular adalah epik tentang bagaimana sebuah keterbatasan dapat diubah menjadi keunggulan yang mematikan, sebuah demonstrasi kreativitas evolusi dalam menelan apa yang tampaknya mustahil. Ting de User wants me to write a chapter about the evolution of cranial kinesis, specifically focusing on how it overcame limitations of size for swallowing large prey. This is a continuation of chapter 13 part 1. You need to follow all the instructions. Character count 2,800 to 3,500 characters, 380 sampai 450 word. Language engaging, natural, second person, you, Indonesian. Chapter 13 Part 2, Agaping Mau, Overcoming the Limitations of Size. General Story Theme, The Vanishing Limbs, The Evolutionary Journey of Snakes from Lake Ancestors. Key elements to include, ancestral form, small, limb lizard, brief fly refer to their mouth limitations. Environmental pressures, dense vegetation, tight spaces, or no, large prey, focus on the need to consume larger prey. Gradual adaptations, reduction, loss of limbs, elongation, vertebral changes, brief fly mentioned as a backdrop, the main focus is jaw structure. Discuss cranial kinesis evolution, specifically how it allows gaping mau and overcoming size limitations. Potential file evolutionary branches and successful genetic mutations. Pivotal evolutionary moments, shift in habitat, prey availability. Conclude with modern snakes, limbless locomotion, flexible jaws, venom, and their roles. Avoid anthropomorphism, maintain biological accuracy, accessible tone. No technical messages or character counts. Not the first chapter. So no, like and subscribe, or where and when. Start with something direct, sensory. Show evolution happening. What creatures do. How they adapt. What pressures they face. How they change. Use vivid sentences. Read, style variation. End with a simple, natural reflection. Narrative flow. 1. Sensory hook, start with the feeling of struggling to eat something too big, then contrast with the future ability. Emphasize the limitation. 2. Ancestral limitation, briefly remain of the small, limb lizard ancestor with fixed, rigid jaws, unable to eat much larger than its head. 3. The pressure for large prey, connect the limbless evolution to the need for more substantial food. Snakes can chase large prey like lizard, so they needed to consume what they chewed, often in tight spaces. Why eat one small insect when you can eat one big rodent? This is about efficiency in a limbless hunter. 4. Cranial kinesis refinement for size, detail the specific adaptations that allowed for a truly gaping maw, further separation of lower jaw halves, connected by even more elastic ligaments. More elaborate articulation of the quadrate bone, allowing the jaw to drop and swing wide. Mobility of the upper jaw and palate bones. The walking motion of the jaws, individually pulling prey. Backward curving teeth to hold and guide prey. 5. Evolutionary trait of failures. Mention that this extreme flexibility came at a cost, e.g., weaker bite force for chewing, so prey must be swallowed whole, and some lineages didn't achieve this level of adaptation. 6. Pivotal moments. Connect this to the rise of new prey, e.g., mammals, birds that were larger. 7. Modern snakes show how this hyper-flexible jaw, combined with limblessness and venom, made them apex predators, overcoming the limitation of size that plagues most carnivores. 8. Reflection. And with the marvel of this adaptation for ecological success. Constraint checklist. 1. Character count, 2800-3500. Will monitor during writing. 2. Engaging. Natural language, yes. 3. Second person, you, yes. 4. No, one witnesses, no, plus, yes. 5. Autonomous chapter, yes. 6. Only narrative in final response, yes. 7. Transport listener, not explain, yes. 8. Chapter theme, a gaping maw, yes. 9. General story theme, yes. 10. General instructions covered, yes. Ancestral form, environmental pressures, gradual adaptations, file branches, pivotal moments, modern form. 11. Think the user wants me to write a chapter about the evolution of venom in snakes, tracing its origin from digestive enzymes. I need to follow all the instructions. Character count, 2,800 to 3,500 characters, 380 sampai 450 word. Language, engaging, natural, second person, you, Indonesian. Chapter 14 Part 1, The Silent Assassin, From Digestive Enzymes to Potent Toxins. General Story Theme, The Vanishing Limbs, The Evolutionary Journey of Snakes from Lake Ancestors. Key elements to include, ancestral form, small, limb lizard, focus on their simple digestion. Environmental pressures that favor venom, limbless body plans impact on hunting, larger, faster prey, need for quick incapacitation. Gradual adaptations, limb reduction, loss, elongation, vertebral changes, briefly as background. Focus on how venom evolved from salivary, digestive enzymes, glands evolving from salivary glands, teeth evolving into fangs, muscular control for injection. Potential file evolutionary branches and successful genetic mutations. Pivotal evolutionary moments, shift in habitat, prey availability. Conclude with modern snakes, limbless locomotion, flexible jaws, venom, and their roles. Avoid anthropomorphism, maintain biological accuracy, accessible tone. No technical messages or character counts. Not the first chapter. So no, like and subscribe, or where and when. Start with something direct, sensory. Show evolution happening. What creatures do. How they adapt. What pressure stay fast. How they change. Use vivid sentences. Read, style variation. End with a simple, natural reflection. Narrative flow. 1. Sensory hook. Start with the feeling of a sudden, incapacitating strike, contrasting with previous, more laborious hunting methods. Emphasize efficiency. 2. Ancestral hunting dan digestion. Remain the listener of the small, limb lizard ancestors. They chowed small prey, perhaps struggle with larger ones, relied on constriction or physical force, and had normal digestive enzymes in saliva. 3. The pressure for incapacitation. Connect the limbless body plan and flexible jaws to a new problem. How to subdue large, struggling prey effectively and quickly, especially when you can use limbs to hold it, or when it's dangerous, or when you need to swallow it whole. This is a critical need for a limbless predator. 4. Evolution of venom from enzymes. Explain the origin. Salivary glands already produce enzymes for digestion. A slight mutation makes some of these enzymes more potent when injected, causing pain or paralysis. Gland evolution. Salivary glands become more specialized for toxin production. Delivery system. Teeth, initially just for holding, gradually develop groove, then become hollow fangs for efficient injection. Muscular control around the glands evolves to inject the venom. 5. Advantages of venom. Quickly subduing dangerous or fast prey. Aids prey digestion, making swallowing easier. Defense mechanism. 6. File branches. Mention lineages where the protovenom wasn't potent enough or the delivery system inefficient, leading to extinction. 7. Pivotal moments. The rise of mammals and birds, faster, warmer blood, more dangerous prey, created intense pressure for venom. 8. Modern snakes. Conclude with the incredible diversity and potency of modern snake venoms, as a pinnacle adaptation alongside limblessness and flexible jaws. 9. Reflection, and on the wonder of how digestion became a weapon. Constraint checklist. 1. Character count, 2800, 3500. Will monitor during writing. 2. Engaging, natural language, yes. 3. Second person, you, yes. 4. No, one witnesses, no, plus, yes. 5. Autonomous chapter, yes. 6. Only narrative in final response, yes. 7. Transport listener, not explain, yes. 8. Chapter theme, the silent assassin, yes. 9. Think the user wants me to write a chapter about the evolution of the venom delivery system, fangs, glands, and the strike mechanism. This is a continuation of chapter 14 part 1. You need to follow all the instructions. Character count, 2,800 to 3,500 characters, 380 sampai 450 word. Language, engaging, natural, second person, you, Indonesian. Chapter 14 part 2, precision delivery, fangs, glands, and the evolution of the strike. General story theme, the vanishing limbs, the evolutionary journey of snakes from lake ancestors. Key elements to include: ancestral form, small, limb lizard, focus on their simple teeth. Environmental pressures that favor venom delivery, limbless body plan, need for rapid and precise envenomation, subduing dangerous, fast prey. Gradual adaptations, limb reduction, loss, elongation, vertebral changes, and evolution of venom, briefly as background. Focus on the evolution of fangs, groove to hollow, fixed to hinged, movable. Evolution of venom glands, specialization from salivary, muscular control. Evolution of the strike mechanism, speed, accuracy, targeting, potential file evolutionary branches and successful genetic mutations. Pivotal evolutionary moments, shift in habitat, prey availability. Conclude with modern snakes, limbless locomotion, flexible jaws, venom delivery, and their roles. Avoid anthropomorphism, maintain biological accuracy, accessible tone. No technical messages or character counts. Not the first chapter. So no, like and subscribe, or where and when. Start with something direct, sensory. Show evolution happening. What creatures do, how they adapt, what pressure stay fast, how they change. Use vivid sentences. Read, style variation. End with a simple, natural reflection. Narrative flow. 1. Sensory hook. Start with the feeling of a rapid, precise strike, emphasizing its speed and effectiveness. 2. Ancestral delivery problem. Remain the listener of the proto-snake with evolving venom, but perhaps still primitive teeth, solid, non-groove, making venom delivery inefficient. Prey might escape or struggle too long. The need for precision and efficiency is key. 3. Co-evolution of fangs and glands. Fangs, how simple teeth, designed for gripping, began to specialize. First, groove apparat, guiding venom, then the groove deepened into tubous, hollow fangs. Then, the placement changed, from fixed in front to movable, rotatable, solenoglyphous, proteroglyphous. Glands, venom glands, already specialized, became larger, more muscular, allowing for forceful injection. Muscular control, explain the intricate muscular control that allows the fangs to be erected, in some types, and the venom to be expelled precisely. 4. The strike, describe the physical act of the strike, lightning fast, accurate. This is not just about the venom, but the delivery of it. 5. Advantages of precision delivery, minimizing contact with dangerous prey, maximizing venom effectiveness, deep injection, faster incapacitation, conservation of venom. 6. File branches, mention lineages where the delivery system wasn't refined enough, e.g., inefficient groove, slow strike, leading to less success. 7. Pivotal moments, increase competition, evolution of faster, more formidable prey, pushing for more efficient predator adaptations. 8. Modern snakes, conclude by highlighting the incredible diversity of fang types, rear vein, fixed front vein, hinged fangs, and the sophisticated strike mechanisms as a pinnacle of evolution. 9. Reflection, and with the marvel of how an entire biological system co-evolved for a single, deadly purpose. Constraint checklist. 1. Character count, 2800, 3500. Will monitor during writing. 2. Engaging, natural language, yes. 3. Think the user wants me to write a chapter about the evolution of limbless locomotion in snakes, focusing on the various scales of slit hair, different types of movement. I need to follow all the instructions. Character count, 2,800 to 3,500 characters, 380 sampai 450 word. Language, engaging, natural, second person, you, Indonesian. Chapter 15 Part 1, The Undulating Earth, Different Scales of Slit Hair. General Story Theme, The Vanishing Limbs, The Evolutionary Journey of Snakes from Lake Ancestors. Key elements to include: ancestral form, small, limb lizard, focus on their walking, running locomotion. Environmental pressures that favor limbless locomotion, burrowing, dense spaces, varied terrains post-extinction. Gradual adaptations, limb reduction, loss, elongation, vertebral changes, crucial area for movement. Focus on the development of different slide herring pattern, lateral undulation, serpentine, side winding, rectilinear, concertina. Role of scales and muscles in TC movements. Potential file evolutionary branches and successful genetic mutations. Pivotal evolutionary moments. Shift in habitat, prey availability. Conclude with modern snakes, limbless locomotion in various forms, flexible jaws, venom, and their roles. Avoid anthropomorphism. Maintain biological accuracy, accessible tone. No technical messages or character counts. Not the first chapter. So no, like and subscribe, or where and when. Start with something direct, sensory. Show evolution happening. What creatures do, how they adapt, what pressure stay fast, how they change. Use vivid sentences. Read, style variation. End with a simple, natural reflection. Narrative flow. 1. Sensory hook. Start with the feeling of movement without limbs, perhaps the rhythmic push against the ground. Contrast with previous walking. 2. Ancestral locomotion limitation. Remain the listener of the limb ancestor. Walking is good on open ground, but not in tight spaces or challenging terrains. 3. The pressure for versatile movement. As limbs disseparate and bodies elongated, as covered in previous chapter, the new challenge was how to move effectively across a vast array of terrains, loose sand, smooth branches, tight burrows, open ground. The one-size-fits-all, limbless movement wasn't enough. 4. Evolution of diverse slide herring pattern, lateral undulation, serpentine. The basic, S-curve, efficient on many surfaces, pushing against objects. This is the foundational movement. Concertina, used for tight spaces, climbing, anchoring one part, extending the front, then anchoring front, pulling back. Rectilinear, caterpillar, movement, slow, stealthy, straight. Belly scales lift and push. Side winding, for loose sand, hot surfaces. Lifting and moving segments sideways. Explain how TC rely on the flexible spin, strong body muscles, and specialized belly scales. 5. File branches. Mention lineages that might have only mastered one type of movement, limiting their habitats, or whose body plan wasn't optimized for any form of efficient limbless movement, leading to their demise. 6. Pivotal moments. The post-dinosaur era with new, diverse habitats and prey types demanding specialized movements for successful hunting and evasion. 7. Modern snakes. Conclude by highlighting the incredible repertoire of movements in modern snakes, making them master of diverse terrains. 8. Reflection. And with the marvel of how an apparent disadvantage, no limbs, became an advantage for ultimate versatility. Constraint checklist. 1. Character count, 2800, 3500. Will monitor during writing. 2. Engaging, natural language, yes. 3. Second person, you, yes. 4. No, one witnesses, no, plus, yes. 5. Autonomous chapter, yes. 6. Only narrative in final response, yes. 7. Think the user wants me to write a chapter about specialized limbless locomotion, climbing, gliding, and burrowing. This is a continuation of chapter 15 part 1. You need to follow all the instructions. Character count, 2,800 to 3,500 characters, 380 sampai 450 word. Language, engaging, natural, second person, you, Indonesian. Chapter 15 part 2, climbing, gliding, burrowing, specializing in motion. General story theme, the vanishing limbs, the evolutionary journey of snakes from lake ancestors. Key elements to include: Ancestral form, small, limb lizard, focus on their generalis movement. Environmental pressure that favor specialized limbless locomotion, dense forest, open canopies, subterranean life, avoiding ground predators. Gradual adaptations, limb reduction, loss, elongation, vertebral changes, brief lie as background. Focus on specific body modifications and behaviors for climbing, gliding, and burrowing. Climbing, body shape, flattened, keeled scales, prehensile tails, concertina, side winding on vertical surfaces. Gliding, flattening body, launching. Burrowing, blunt, pointed head, reinforced scales, powerful muscles, concertina movement. Potential file evolutionary branches and successful genetic mutations. Pivotal evolutionary moments, shift in habitat, prey availability. Conclude with modern snakes, specialized limbless locomotion, flexible jaws, venom, and their roles. Avoid anthropomorphism, maintain biological accuracy, accessible tone. No technical messages or character counts. Not the first chapter. So no, like and subscribe, or where and when. Start with something direct, sensory. Show evolution happening. What creatures do, how they adapt, what pressures they face, how they change. Use vivid sentences. Read, style variation. End with a simple, natural reflection. Narrative flow. 1. Sensory hook. Start with the feeling of extreme specialization in movement, perhaps the sensation of climbing high, or effortlessly gliding. 2. Generalis limbless ancestor. Briefly remain of the proto-snake with its general S-curve movement, which was versatile but not optimal for extreme niches. 3. The pressure for specialization. Post-extinction, as various new niches open up, competition increase. Being merely good at slit herring wasn't enough. There was pressure to become the best at a specific kind of movement for specific environments, e.g., catching birds in trees, rodents underground, or escaping arboreal predators. 4. Evolution of specialized motions. Climbing. Describe the arboreal snakes. Body flattens for better grip against branches. Belly scales develop keels or become rougher. Prehensile tails evolve to act as an anchor. Concertina movement becomes perfected for vertical ascent. Feel the grip. Burrowing. Describe the fossorial snakes. Heads become blunt or pointed, reinforced. Small, smooth scales reduce friction. Powerful body muscles push the blunt head through soil using concertina movement. Feel the earth moving. Gliding. Describe the gliding snakes. Not through flight, but controlled descent. Body becomes extremely flattened when launching, creating an airfoil. Muscles allow steering mid-air. Feel the air beneath. 5. Micro adaptations. Emphasize how subtle changes in scale shape, muscle arrangement, and bone structure contributed to these specialized movements. 6. File branches. Mention lineages that might have started specializing but didn't perfect the required adaptations, making them inefficient in their chosen niche and vulnerable. 7. Pivotal moments. The filling of ecological niches, leading to intense competition for resources, pushing for hyper-specialization in movement. 8. Think the user wants me to write a chapter about how snakes adapted to the geological cycles of ice ages and interglacials, focusing on migration. I need to follow all the instructions. Character count, 2,800 to 3,500 characters, 380 sampai 450 word. Language, engaging, natural, second person, you, Indonesian. Chapter 16 Part 1, Ice Ages and Interglacials, The Rhythms of Snake Migration. General Story Theme, The Vanishing Limbs, The Evolutionary Journey of Snakes from Lake Ancestors. Key elements to include ancestral form, small, limb lizard, focus on their limited mobility or cold sensitivity. Environmental pressures, cyclical changes of ice ages, cold, glacier expanding, and interglacials, warming, new habitats. How this favor migration or cold tolerance. Gradual adaptations, limb reduction, loss, elongation, vertebral changes, briefly as background, essential for effective migration. Focus on behavioral adaptations, hibernation, brumation, communal denning, and physiological adaptations, cold tolerance, metabolic slowdown. Emphasis on the ability to migrate long distances due to limbless locomotion. Potential file evolutionary branches and successful genetic mutations. Pivotal evolutionary moments, climate shift, expansion, contraction of suitable habitats. Conclude with modern snakes, limbless locomotion, flexible jaws, phenom, and migratory, cold adaptive strategies, and their roles. Avoid anthropomorphism, maintain biological accuracy, accessible tone. No technical messages or character counts. Not the first chapter. So no, like and subscribe, or where and when. Start with something direct, sensory. Show evolution happening. What creatures do, how they adapt, what pressures they face, how they change. Use vivid sentences. Read, style variation. End with a simple, natural reflection. Narrative flow. 1. Sensory hook, start with the feeling of extreme cold, then the gradual shift to warm, embodying the cyclical nature. 2. Ancestral vulnerability, remain of the cold blood nature of reptiles. Ancestral snakes, though limbless, would still be vulnerable to prolonged cold. Their early survival strategy was hiding from cold, not necessarily large-scale migration. 3. The pressure of climate cycles. Describe the immense, cyclical pressure of ice ages. Glaciers advance, habitats freeze or disappear, food sources vanish. Then, the interglacials bring warmth and new opportunities, but also the need to recolonize. This demands movement and survival through cold. 4. Evolution of migratory and cold survival strategies. Limblessness as migration advantage, the elongated, flexible body, already perfected for efficient movement across varied terrains, from previous chapter, becomes crucial for covering long distances to warmer refugia or new habitats. No clunky limbs to hinder. Physiological, behavioral adaptations for cold, brumation, the ability to enter a state of dormancy, slowing metabolism to survive months of cold underground. Feel the slowdown of life. Communal denning, gathering in large number in deep, insulated burrows, fissures, caves, to share warmth and increase chances of survival. Feel the shared warmth and collective instinct. Slightly increase cold tolerance. Genetic mutations that allow survival at slightly lower temperatures. 5. File branches, mention lineages that could migrate effectively, or whose physiological tolerance to cold wasn't sufficient, leading to localized extinctions as glacier advanced. 6. Pivotal moments, each advance and retreat of glacier created massive evolutionary bottlenecks and opportunities for those adapted to movement and cold survival. Land bridge apparate and disapparate, facilitating new migrations. 7. Think the user wants me to write a chapter about biome-specific adaptations of snakes, how they became specialized for deserts, jungles, etc. You need to follow all the instructions. Character count, 2,800 to 3,500 characters, 380 sampai 450 word. Language, engaging, natural, second person, you, Indonesian. Chapter 16 Part 2, Desert Drifters, Jungle Dwellers, Biome-Specific Adaptations. General Story Theme, The Vanishing Limbs, The Evolutionary Journey of Snakes from Lake Ancestors. Key elements to include: ancestral form, small, limb lizard, focus on its generalis nature before limblessness. Environmental pressure stat favor specific adaptations, extreme heat, cold, dense cover, specific prey. Gradual adaptations, limb reduction, loss, elongation, vertebral changes, brief lie as background. Focus on how the limbless body plan was further refined for specific biomes, desert, sidewinding locomotion, cryptic coloration, sand-like, heat tolerance, burrowing for shelter, specialized scales, e.g., supraocular scales for shade. Jungle, arboreal, prehensile tails, keelet, rough scales for grip, slender bodies, camouflage, green, brown, disruptive pattern, arboreal locomotion. Aquatic, laterally compressed tails, eyes on top of head, valvular nostrils, lung adaptations for buoyancy, diving, specialized scales. Fossorial, balloon head, smooth scales, small eyes, reinforced skull. Potential file evolutionary branches and successful genetic mutations. Pivotal evolutionary moments. Establishment of distinct biomes, radiation into time. Conclude with modern snakes, limbless locomotion, flexible jaws, venom, in their biome-specific roles. Avoid anthropomorphism, maintain biological accuracy, accessible tone. No technical messages or character counts. Not the first chapter. So no, like and subscribe, or where and when. Start with something direct, sensory. Show evolution happening. What creatures do, how they adapt, what pressure stay fast, how they change. Use vivid sentences. Read, style variation. End with a simple, natural reflection. Narrative flow. 1. Sensory hook. Start with the feeling of a specific, extreme environment, the scorching desert, the humid jungle. 2. Generalis limbless ancestor, post-extinction. Remain that the limbless body plan was already successful. But now, as Earth's climate stabilized into distinct biomes, a new pressure arose, hyperspecialization. 3. The pressure for biome-specific mastery. Describe how each major biome presented unique challenges and opportunities. A. One-size-fits-all. Limbless snake, while versatile, can be truly dominant in, say, a shifting sand desert and a dense tropical canopy. This led to specialization. 4. Evolution of biome-specific forms. Desert drifters, use snakes with flattened bodies for sidewinding, coarse, keelet scales for traction on sand, and colors that perfectly mimic the desert floor. Their heads might develop eyebrows, supraocular scales, to shade their eyes from the scorching sun. Jungle dwellers, arboreal, use slender, green bodies, often with prehensile tails that grasp branches like a fifth limb. Their scales are rugged for grip, and they move with incredible agility among the leaves. Aquatic specialists, for those returning to water, bodies become laterally compressed, like an eel, nostrils move to the top of the head and become valvular to prevent water entry, and tails flatten into paddle. Fossorial specialists, those dedicated to subterranean life develop balloon, reinforced heads, small eyes, or none, and extremely smooth scales to minimize friction. 5. Refinement of other adaptations, how even jaws and venom might specialize, e.g. Think the user wants me to write a chapter about snake evolution in the context of their interactions with mammals and birds. This means focusing on predator-prey dynamics and co-evolutionary pressures. You need to follow all the instructions. Character count, 2,800 to 3,500 characters, 380-450 word. Language, engaging, natural, second person, you, Indonesian. Chapter 17 Part 1, Feathers and Fur, Mammalian and Avian Encounter. General Story Theme, The Vanishing Limbs, The Evolutionary Journey of Snakes from Lake Ancestors. Key elements to include: ancestral form, small, limb lizard, focus on their original prey, insects, small reptiles. Environmental pressures, the rise and diversification of mammals and birds after the dinosaur extinction. TCR new, challenging, but abundant prey sources. Gradual adaptations, limb reduction, loss, elongation, vertebral changes, brief lie as background, enabling access to new prey habitats. Focus on adaptations specific to hunting mammals and birds, locomotion, climbing for bird nests, burrowing for rodents. Sensory, heat pits for warm-blood prey, enhanced chemical sense, flickering tongue, for tracking mammals, bird. Jaws, extreme gape for larger prey, specialized teeth for fur, feathers. Venom, evolution of potent venoms tailored to quickly incapacitate warm-blood physiology, neurotoxins for bird, hemotoxins for mammals. Potential file evolutionary branches and successful genetic mutations. Pivotal evolutionary moments. Post-Cretaceous radiation of mammals, bird. Conclude with modern snakes, limbless locomotion, flexible jaws, venom, as successful predators of mammals and bird. Avoid anthropomorphism. Maintain biological accuracy, accessible tone. No technical messages or character counts. Not the first chapter. So no, like and subscribe, or where and when. Start with something direct, sensory. Show evolution happening. What creatures do, how they adapt, what pressures they face, how they change. Use vivid sentences. Read, style variation. End with a simple, natural reflection. Narrative flow. 1. Sensory hook. Start with the feeling of a new kind of prey, the warmth of fur, the flutter of feathers, something entirely different from insects or cold-blooded reptiles. 2. Ancestral prey dan limitations. Remain of the early limbless snakes diet, insects, small cold-blooded creatures. Mammals and birds were small, rare, or inaccessible. They are fast, warm-blooded, and intelligent, posing new challenges. 3. The pressure of new prey. After the dinosaur extinction, mammals and birds exploded in diversity and number. They became an incredibly abundant, but challenging, food source. How could a limbless predator, specialized for hidden, slow-moving prey, adapt to this new, dynamic world? 4. Co-evolution of hunting adaptations. Sensory revolution. This is where heat pits, pit organs, become crucial. You feel the invisible heat signatures of warm-blood prey, even in darkness. Your flickering tongue, Jacobson's organ, becomes refined for tracking the stronger scan trails of mammals and birds. Your vibration sense, through bone, helps locate burrowing rodents or bird in thickets. Locomotion refinement. Limbless movement becomes even more agile for climbing trees, bird nests, or entering burrows, mammals. Jaw specialization. Flexible jaws adapt further to engulf larger, irregularly shaped warm-blood prey quickly. Teeth are refined for piercing fur, feathers and holding struggling prey. Venom refinement. The most dramatic co-evolution. Venom evolves to specifically target warm-blood physiology. Neurotoxins become efficient at shutting down avian nervous systems. Hemotoxins become powerful for mammalian circulation. Think the user wants me to write a chapter about mimicry in snakes, specifically how non-venomous snakes evolve to resemble venomous ones, Batesian mimicry, or how some venomous snakes might resemble others. This is about deception as a survival strategy. You need to follow all the instructions. Character count, 2,800 to 3,500 characters, 380 sampai 450 word. Language, engaging, natural, second person, you, Indonesian. Chapter 17 Part 2, The Mimic and the Model, Deception in the Struggle for Survival. General Story Theme, The Vanishing Limbs, The Evolutionary Journey of Snakes from Lake Ancestors. Key elements to include: ancestral form, small, limb lizard, focus on their basic camouflage or direct escape. Environmental pressure stat favor mimicry, high predation pressure, existence of dangerous venomous snakes to mimic. Gradual adaptations, limb reduction, loss, elongation, vertebral changes, brief lie as background. Focus on visual and behavioral adaptations for mimicry, coloration, and pattern, non-venomous species evolving to copy the warning colors, pattern of venomous models. Behavior, mimicking defensive postures, e.g., holding like a cobra, rattling tail like a rattlesnake, bluffing. Sensory, predators learning to avoid certain pattern, behaviors. Potential file evolutionary branches, or mimics get eaten, and successful genetic mutations, good mimics survive. Pivotal evolutionary moments, coexistence of dangerous models and harmless mimics, selective pressure from predators. Conclude with modern snakes, limbless locomotion, flexible jaws, venom, and mimicry, and their roles. Avoid anthropomorphism, maintain biological accuracy, accessible tone. No technical messages or character counts. Not the first chapter. So no, like and subscribe, or where and when. Start with something direct, sensory. Show evolution happening, what creatures do, how they adapt, what pressures they face, how they change. Use vivid sentences. Read, style variation. End with a simple, natural reflection. Narrative flow. 1. Sensory hook. Start with the feeling of being seen, the immediate threat, and then the surprise when the predator backs off due to a visual cue. Emphasize deception. 2. Ancestral defense dan new threats. Remain of the early limbless snakes defenses, camouflage, burrowing, escape. But in a world with evolving bird and mammalian predators, a new, more passive defense is needed. 3. The pressure for deception. As venomous snakes became established and dangerous, predators learned to avoid them. This created an evolutionary opportunity for non-venomous snakes. If you look like something dangerous, you get left alone. The pressure is on to deceive. 4. Evolution of mimicry. Visual mimicry, color dan pattern. You witness non-venomous species, e.g., king snakes, starting to exhibit vein banding pattern. Over generations, TC pattern become more definite, copying the bright, contrasting warning colors, red, black, yellow, of highly venomous coral snakes. The closer the resemblance, the greater the survival rate. Behavioral mimicry. Beyond just looks, you see some harmless snakes mimicking the actions of dangerous owners. They might flatten their heads to look triangular and intimidating, coil up defensively, or even vibrate their tails against dry leaves to mimic the rattle of a rattlesnake, despite having no actual rattle. The predator's role. This works because predators learn. One bad experience with a venomous snake teaches them to avoid anything that looks or acts similar. 5. File mimics. Mention lineages where the mimicry was imperfect, or the behavior wasn't convincing enough, leading to predators calling their bluff and consuming them. 6. Think the user wants me to write a chapter about how snakes find mates, focusing on chemical trails and body language, given their limbless state. In it to follow all the instructions, character count, 2,800 to 3,500 characters, 380 sampai 450 word. Language, engaging, natural, second person, you, Indonesian. Chapter 18 Part 1, Sensing Amate, Chemical Trails and Body Language. General Story Theme, The Vanishing Limbus, The Evolutionary Journey of Snakes from Lake Ancestors. Key elements to include, ancestral form, small, limb lizard, focus on their more visual, auditory mating rituals. Environmental pressures, limblessness limits visual displays and auditory signals for long-distance mate attraction in dense habitats. Need for alternative communication, gradual adaptations, limb reduction, loss, elongation, vertebral changes, brief fly as background. Focus on sensory adaptations for mate finding, chemical trails, pheromones. Females depositing scan trails, males tracking with flickering tongue and Jacobson's organ. Body language, taktil dan visual in close range. Courtship dan chase, rubbing, head bobbing, male-male combat. How the flexible, elongated body facilitates this. Enhanced chemosensory system, further refinement of the Jacobson's organ and tongue. Potential file evolutionary branches and successful genetic mutations. Pivotal evolutionary moments, diversification into dense habitats, increasing reliance on chemoreception. Conclude with modern snakes, limbless locomotion, flexible jaws, venom, and specialized mating rituals, and their roles. Avoid anthropomorphism, maintain biological accuracy, accessible tone. No technical messages or character counts. Not the first chapter. So no, like and subscribe, or where and when. Start with something direct, sensory. Show evolution happening, what creatures do, how they adapt, what pressure stay fast, how they change. Use vivid sentences. Read, style variation. End with a simple, natural reflection. Narrative flow. 1. Sensory hook. Start with the feeling of a compelling, invisible trail, an irresistible scan. 2. Ancestral mating limitations, remain of the limb ancestor. They might have relied on visual displays, vocalizations, or even elaborate dances with their limbs. But for a limbless creature, especially in dense environments, TC methods are limited. How do you find a mate across distances without legs to run or loud calls? 3. The pressure for indirect communication. The pressure is to find and identify mates efficiently in a cryptic, often dark, or densely vegetated world where visual cues are limited. This requires new forms of communication. 4. Evolution of chemical trails, pheromones. Female pheromone production. You witness females developing specialized glands that release potent, species-specific chemical signals, pheromones, into their environment or leave them on the ground as they move. Male tracking, males, equipped with their highly refined flickering tongue and Jacobson's organs, become exquisite chemical detector. You follow a male, head low to the ground, tongue darting, tracing an invisible, scan map left by a female. The bifurcated tongue provide directional information. 5. Evolution of body language, close-range courtship. Once a mate is found, visual and tactile communication become important. You see males performing elaborate, courtship dances, intertwining their bodies with the female, rubbing their chins along her back, or even head bobbing. Male-male combat, competition between males often involves elaborate intertwining, wrestling matches, where bodies coil and push, but rarely inflict serious injury. This displays strength and stamina without the need for limbs. Think the user wants me to write a chapter about sexual selection in snakes, specifically focusing on how their limbless bodies and other adaptations are used in mating displays and male-male competition. This is a continuation of chapter 18 part 1. You need to follow all the instructions. Character count, 2,800 to 3,500 characters, 380 sampai 450 word. Language, engaging, natural, second person, you, Indonesian. Chapter 18 part 2, The Dance of Life, Sexual Selection in a Limbless World. General story theme, The Vanishing Limbs, the evolutionary journey of snakes from lake ancestors. Key elements to include, ancestral form, small, limb lizard, focus on how their sexual selection might have involved more obvious physical contest involving limbs. Environmental pressures, limblessness, dense habitats, need to signal fitness without traditional limb-based displays. Gradual adaptations, limb reduction, loss, elongation, vertebral changes, briefly as background, now applied to sexual selection. Focus on how the elongated, flexible body is repurposed for sexual selection, courtship dances, intricate intertwining, rubbing, head bobbing. Male-male combat, ritualistic, wrestling, where males coil and push for dominance, but rarely injury. This is a display of strength and stamina. Pheromones, chemical cues, already established, but now how they influence selection, e.g., strongest pheromone trail, ability to track it effectively. Size, condition, females selecting males based on body condition, overall health, indicated by movement, robustness. Potential file evolutionary branches and successful genetic mutations. Pivotal evolutionary moments, intensification of mate competition in new niches. Conclude with modern snakes, limbless locomotion, flexible jaws, venom, and complex sexual selection rituals, and their roles. Avoid anthropomorphism, maintain biological accuracy, accessible tone. No technical messages or character counts. Not the first chapter. So no, like and subscribe, or where and when. Start with something direct, sensory. Show evolution happening. What creatures do, how they adapt, what pressures they face, how they change. Use vivid sentences. Read, style variation. End with a simple, natural reflection. Narrative flow. 1. Sensory hook, start with the feeling of a dynamic, silent struggle or an intricate dance, emphasizing the elegance and power without limbs. 2. Ancestral selection dan new challenges, remain of the limb ancestors. They might have used their limbs for chasing, fighting, or displaying. Now, with no limbs, how does a male prove his strength, agility, or genetic fitness to a female? How do males compete? 3. The pressure for limbless displays, in a world where visual cues are often obscured and physical combat with limbs is impossible, sexual selection pressure shift. The elongated, flexible body, which was crucial for survival, must now also be leveraged for reproductive success. 4. Evolution of courtship dances. You witness the intricate dances of courtship. A male, drawn by a chemical trail, approaches a female. He don't chase with legs. He glides, his body moving in rhythmic waves alongside hers, chin rubbing along her back, an almost hypnotic intertwining. This display signals his health, his coordination, his fitness. It's a test of endurance and grace. The female assesses the male's movements, the vigor of his dance, the intensity of his chemical signals. 5. Evolution of male-male combat. When rivals meet, it's not a clumsy brawl. You see two males rear up, intertwining their bodies in a ritualist wrestling match. They push, coil, and try to pin each other down, testing strength, stamina, and agility, all without using teeth or venom in most cases. Think the user wants me to write a chapter about snake colonization of new landmasses, islands, continents, through rafting and the subsequent effects of isolation, speciation. You need to follow all the instructions. Character count, 2,800 to 3,500 characters, 380 sampai 450 word. Language, engaging, natural, second person, you, Indonesian. Chapter 19 Part 1, Drifting Words, Colonization and Isolation. General story theme, The Vanishing Limbs, the evolutionary journey of snakes from lake ancestors. Key elements to include: ancestral form, small, limb lizard, focus on their limited dispersal abilities. Environmental pressures, continental drift creating new islands, ocean currents, storms. The challenge of reaching new, isolated habitats. Gradual adaptations, limb reduction, loss, elongation, vertebral changes, briefly as background, essential for survival during rafting and adapting to new islands. Focus on dispersal mechanisms, rafting, how storm uprooted vegetation, logs, debris mats, provided a means of oceanic travel. The limbless, elongated body allows them to coil, hide, and survive for long periods without much food, water. Survival during drift, metabolic slowdown, resilience, isolation and speciation, on an island, lack of predators, competitors and unique prey lead to rapid, divergent evolution, often producing unique, specialized forms, e.g., giant forms, specialized diets. Potential file evolutionary branches, raft sinking, dying en route, inability to adapt to new island, and successful genetic mutations, traits aiding raft survival, island adaptation. Pivotal evolutionary moments, major storm events, island formation. Conclude with modern snakes, limbless locomotion, flexible jaws, venom, and island endemism, and their roles. Avoid anthropomorphism, maintain biological accuracy, accessible tone. No technical messages or character counts. Not the first chapter. So no, like and subscribe, or where and when. Start with something direct, sensory. Show evolution happening. What creatures do, how they adapt, what pressures they face, how they change. Use vivid sentences. Read, style variation. End with a simple, natural reflection. Narrative flow. 1. Sensory hook. Start with the feeling of being tossed by ocean waves, on a massive raft, lost but also on a journey of discovery. 2. Ancestral dispersal limitations. Remain of the limb ancestor. Crossing vast oceans was impossible for them. Even early limbless snakes, though better burrowers, weren't naturally oceanic travelers. 3. The pressure of opportunity and necessity. As continents drifted and islands formed, vast new territories emerged, often devoid of predators or competitors. But the challenge was reaching them. Storms and floods created massive, rough, floating vegetation. Surviving this perilous journey became the new selective pressure. 4. Evolution of rafting survival, limbless body advantage. You witness how your elongated, flexible body, capable of coiling tightly, becomes ideal for clinging to debris, hiding in crevices of a log, and conserving energy. Your low metabolic rate, being ectodermic, allows for long periods without food or fresh water. Resilience, you feel the resilience of your body against the elements, the ability to withstand salt spray and sun exposure for weeks or months. 5. Colonization and isolation, speciation. Arrival, you feel the jolt as your Raft finally grades against a new shore, an island paradise, often empty of large predators. Rapid diversification, once established, isolation becomes the new evolutionary driver. With abundant, unique food sources and few competitors, you see your descendants rapidly diverge. Think the user wants me to write a chapter about unique adaptations of snakes in remote, isolated island environments, endemic wonders. This is a continuation of chapter 19 part 1. You need to follow all the instructions. Character count, 2,800 to 3,500 characters, 380 sampai 450 word. Language, engaging, natural, second person, you, Indonesian. Chapter 19 part 2, Endemic Wonders, Unique Adaptations in Remote Heavens. General story theme, The Vanishing Limbs, the evolutionary journey of snakes from lake ancestors. Key elements to include: ancestral form, small, limb lizard, focus on their generalis nature before isolation. Environmental pressures, isolation on islands. Lack of mainland predators, competitors, unique or limited prey, specific island microclimates. This drives extreme specialization, gradual adaptations, limb reduction, loss, elongation, vertebral changes, briefly as background, providing the flexible template. Focus on extreme, unique adaptations due to isolation, gigantism, dwarfism, evolving to very large or very small sizes. Hyper-specialized diets, eating only one type of bird, snail, or even fish. Unique locomotion, behavior, adaptations for specific island terrains or prey. Loss of venom, gain of extreme potency, depending on prey and predation pressure. Potential file evolutionary branches, over-specialization leading to extinction, and successful genetic mutations, traits enabling unique island niches. Pivotal evolutionary moments, long-term isolation, absence of mainland pressures. Conclude with modern snakes, limbless locomotion, flexible jaws, venom, tailored for island life, as unique island inhabitants. Avoid anthropomorphism, maintain biological accuracy, accessible tone. No technical messages or character counts. Not the first chapter. So no, like and subscribe, or where and when. Start with something direct, sensory. Show evolution happening, what creatures do, how they adapt, what pressures they face, how they change. Use vivid sentences. Read, style variation. End with a simple, natural reflection. Narrative flow. 1. Sensory hook. Start with the feeling of being utterly unique, belonging only to this place, a place shaped by its isolation. 2. Rafting success dan initial colonization. Briefly recap how snakes reached islands, rafting. They arrived with their generalized limbless body plan. 3. The pressure of isolation. On a remote island, the rules change dramatically. Mainland predators are absent, competitors are few, prey might be unique or limited. This creates a powerful selective pressure for extreme specialization, using the versatile limbless body plan as a template for unique forms. 4. Evolution of endemic wonders, size shift. You witness some snakes growing to gigantic sizes, island gigantism, filling the top predator niche left by absent mainland carnivores, with abundant, unwary prey. Others, in contrast, shrink to dwarf sizes to survive on limited resources or exploit any prey. Dietary hyperspecialization, uses snakes evolving to eat hanya telur burung laut, atau hanya satu spesies kadal endemik, atau bahkan hanya siput. Their jaws, teeth, and venom, if present, become exquisitely tailored for that one specific food source. Locomotion for island terrain, Their limbless movement becomes highly refined for the unique terrain, perhaps to navigate volcanic rock, or climb specific endemic trees. Venom adaptation. Venom might become incredibly potent if prey is dangerous or scarce, or it might even be lost if prey is easily subdued or if the cost of producing venom outweighs its benefit in a predator-free environment. Behavioral uniqueness. Unique courtship rituals. Hunting strategies adapted to island ecology. 5. Think the user wants me to write the final chapter in the series, focusing on how snakes achieve global dominance and adapt to the modern era, the Anthropocene, where human activity is the dominant environmental pressure. You need to follow all the instructions. Character count 2,800 to 3,500 characters, 380 sampai 450 word. Language engaging, natural, second person, you, Indonesian. Chapter 20 Part 1, Global Dominance, Adapting to the Anthropocene. General Story Theme, The Vanishing Limbs, The Evolutionary Journey of Snakes from Lake Ancestors. Key elements to include: ancestral form, small, limb lizard, briefly recap the entire journey from this origin. Environmental pressures, focus on human-induced changes, habitat destruction, urbanization, agriculture, introduced species, climate change. How snakes cope with these new and rapid pressures. Gradual adaptations, briefly touch upon the foundational adaptations, limblessness, elongation, flexible jaws, venom, as why they are prey adapted for survival in the Anthropocene. Focus on behavioral and physiological adaptations to human environments, urban, suburban life, exploiting human structures for shelter, attics, pipes, preying on introduced rodents, pests. Agricultural lands, hunting in field, barn, preying on farm pests. Camouflage, crypsis, becoming even more adept at blending in to avoid human detection, persecution. Behavioral plasticity, adapting diet, activity pattern, nocturnal to avoid humans, reproductive cycles. Tolerance, resilience, surviving in fragmented habitats, polluted areas. Potential file evolutionary branches, species unable to cope with rapid human changes, and successful genetic mutations, thus aiding survival in modified landscapes. Pivotal evolutionary moments, industrial revolution, rapid urbanization, global threat. Conclude with modern snakes, highlighting how their unique adaptations continue to allow them to persist and, in some cases, thrive in human-dominated landscapes, cementing their global dominance. Avoid anthropomorphism, maintain biological accuracy, accessible tone. No technical messages or any author comments outside the story. This is the final chapter, so the closing reflection should be more conclusive for the entire series. Start with something direct, sensory. Show evolution happening, what creatures do, how they adapt, what pressures they face, how they change. Use vivid sentences. Read, style variation. The listener should experience the evolutionary journey. Use metaphor or comparisons only if natural. Nothing static or overly technical. Always prefer action, transformation, and immersion. Narrative flow. 1. Sensory hook. Start with the feeling of a human-dominated world. Concentrate, artificial light, strange new sounds, and the sensation of adapting to it. 2. Recap the journey dan foundation. Briefly summarize the entire evolutionary journey, from limb lizard to limbless specialists, developing extreme flexibility, sensory enhancements, cranial kinesis, and venom. These are the tools for the final challenge. 3. The Anthropocene pressure, introduce the current era, where humans are the dominant force. Habitat destruction, new food sources, pests, new dangers, car, humans, and rapid environmental change. This is the ultimate test of adaptability. 4. Adapting to human worlds, urban, suburban exploitation, uses Snackes thriving in human environments, coiling in attics for warmth, hunting rodents in sewers, using discarded materials for shelter. Their ability to burrow and hide, original pressure for limblessness, now allows them to disappear into human infrastructure. Think the user wants me to write the final chapter in the series. It needs to serve as a conclusion to the entire evolutionary journey of Snackes, emphasizing their legacy of the limbless and the ongoing nature of evolution. I need to follow all the instructions. Character count 2,800 to 3,500 characters, 380 sampai 450 word. Language engaging, natural, second person, you, Indonesian. Chapter 20 Part 2, Legacy of the Limbless, The Unending Journey of Evolution. General Story Theme, The Vanishing Limbus, The Evolutionary Journey of Snackes from Lake Ancestors. Key elements to include: summarize the entire journey, briefly recap the key evolutionary steps from the limb ancestral lizard to the modern snake, highlighting the transformation from a generalist to a specialized, highly adaptable form. Reiterate key adaptations, limbless locomotion, elongated body, flexible jaws, enhanced sense, venom. Emphasize YTC were crucial. Global success, mention their widespread distribution and ecological roles. Ongoing evolution, emphasize that evolution is not a static endpoint but a continuous process, even in the Anthropocene. Reflect on the power of adaptation and transformation, the core message of the series. Avoid anthropomorphism, maintain biological accuracy, accessible tone. No technical messages or character counts. Not the first chapter. So no, like and subscribe, or where and when. Start with something direct, sensory. Show evolution happening. What creatures do, how they adapt, what pressures they face, how they change. Use vivid sentences. Read, style variation. End with a simple, natural reflection. This is the final reflection for the whole series. Narrative flow. 1. Sensory hook. Start with a broad, encompassing sensory experience. The feeling of time passing, of ancient past merging with the present, or simply the enduring presence of Snackes. 2. The starting point revisited. Briefly bring back the image of the small, limb lizard ancestor. 3. The core transformation story, summarize the pressures and the radical decision, the vanishing limbus. Describe this as the central, defining evolutionary event. 4. The cascade of adaptations, show how the loss of limbus unlock a cascade of other incredible adaptations, body, elongated, hyperflexible spine, hundreds of vertebrae, for unparalleled locomotion versatility, burrowing, climbing, swimming, slithering across all terrains. Sense, redefinite sensory world, flickering tongue for chemical trails, bone conduction for vibrations, heat beats. Feeding, cranial kinesis, flexible jaws, for swallowing impossible prey. Defense, offense, evolution of potent, precise venom delivery systems. 5. Journey through time, briefly touch upon the major periods, Permian Crucible, Mesozoic dinosaurs, Cenozoic diversification, Ice Ages, Anthropocene, and how Snackes endured and thrived, often exploiting niches others couldn't. 6. The legacy of the limbless, emphasize that this limbless body plan, seemingly a limitation, became the ultimate canvas for ecological success. It allowed them to conquer diverse biomes and endure catastrophic changes. 7. Evolution continues. Conclude by stressing that this journey is not over. Snackes are still evolving, adapting to the Anthropocene, showing that life is a dynamic, unending process of transformation. 8. Final reflection, a powerful closing thought on the wonder of evolution itself, its ingenuity, and the enduring legacy of shedding the familiar for something radically new. Constraint checklist. 1. Character count, 2800-3500. Will monitor during writing. 2. Engaging, natural language, yes. 3. Second person, you, yes. 4. No, one witnesses, no, plus, yes. 5. Autonomous chapter, yes. 6. Only narrative in final response, yes. 7.